It was very tough because they have a lot of theory, so it means that they had to study a lot in order to be able to give answer to the big questionnaire that they have. And then also practical skills, all the skills that the sommelier have to have in a restaurant, and also the tasting, of course, which is also, the soul of our profession. So the candidate has to study a lot, to taste a lot, to travel a lot, and to be skilled in practical tests. So it was a very tough day, and every time that I see these candidates, when now I am behind the scenes, I can say that it's very hard to reach the top.
Number 18. The second number is number 23. Number 22. 34. Number 2. 17. 11. 16. 35. Number 6. 29.
but there is also a touch of the smokiness, but probably it's the varietal characteristic. Regarding the taste, the wine is clean, it's dry, it's a medium plus in acidity.
On the palate I can again find some dry fruit character, some red cherry, strawberry, again plum. The wine is characterized by this earthy mineral character, again wet leaves, some wet soil, forest floor characters.
Wine and a bit wine to be able to age well. It has acidity, it has texture, but it drinks very well now as well. But keep it 3 to 7 years, no problem at all.
I would like to serve in a temperature around a little bit more chilled, 70 to 80 degrees. I choose to count this wine 1 hour before service to really open up some big coupe kind of glasses. Great. I would like to recommend some tasting menu for you, and there will be some beverages that I have already selected. This will be 6th-year anniversary of Mr. Tasaki, so we prepared some special beverages for you. First of all, I would like to recommend a local aperitif from Austria. It will be, in fact, from Schloss Gobelsburg. This will be Langenlois Sekt Brut, Extra Brut 2004. Based on Pinot Noir, refreshing, crispy. With that, I would like to recommend some canapé. In fact, it will be some wrapped asparagus served with some light citrusy sauce just to accompany your beautiful aperitif to start with. To follow, you will have, in fact, also water with every dish. I would like to recommend maybe local water as well. This will be Romer Quelle from Burgenland. Something to accompany your dishes. Then you will have trilogy of ceviche, sea bream, salmon, and scallops. With this, I would like to recommend something from Spain. This will be Rías Baixas Alvarinho from Orozal district. It will be from Terras Gauda estate. Fantastic, refreshing, citrusy, slightly floral wine. This dish is light, delicate. It's seafood, so Albarino, it's what this dish needs. To follow, you will have gambas pariada. Here, I would like to take you maybe to fantastic. The vintage of this wine was 2015, just to let you know. To follow, you will have 2011, so the year when presidency was overtaken by Mr. Tasaki. It will be, in fact, Clare Valley Riesling from Grosset estate. Polish Hill. Fantastic beverage, bone dry, but with texture to it and richness. Gambas, also seafood, but we prepare it slightly more spicier here. So the spiciness will be very nicely complemented by your Riesling. And then you will have lamb tagine with prunes and glacé queens, grilled sesame, sweet potato puree. Here I would like to recommend maybe something that go very well with lamb. Maybe Lopez de Heredia from Rioja, Gran Reserva, something slightly older, 1995, beautiful wine with some herbal, spicy aromas and fantastic freshness also to cut through the texture of your lamb. In fact, to follow, you will have 36-month Parmigiano Reggiano, Gorgonzola, chestnuts, and dry figs. With this one, I would like to recommend maybe something from, in fact, in this case, maybe something from Bordeaux, from France. It will be Chateau Bechevel from Saint-Julien, vintage 2011 as well, or maybe 2010, to bring richness and spiciness as well, to complement the saltiness of your Parmigiano Reggiano. To finish with, you will have Apfelstrudel and cinnamon ice cream. You will have...
But with the cheese.
Sorry.
With the cheese, please, could you also suggest another wine?
Yes, I would like to recommend maybe something from United States of America. I would like to recommend something from Washington Estates. It will be Hedges Estate from Red Mountain. This will be Cabernet Sauvignon, the same grape, but much more richness and intensity here. With the last dish, I would like to recommend Canadian ice wine from Peller's Estates. This will be based on Vidal grape, vintage 2012. Here we've got peach, honey, intensity, complexity too. That will be great with your last dessert. To follow, I would like to recommend also something light from the tea selection. This will be actually delicate Japanese tea, some sencha, floral, citrusy, and also some Yirgacheffe Ethiopian coffee, light also and fruity to follow. And maybe some digestive also for you. Why not? You might also have some digestive from my country. No. Thank you.
Please, madam. Madam. Sir. And for you, sir, excuse me. Thank you. So here you are, sir, the Leiterberg Blaufränkisch Markus Altenburger, 2011 vintage. It's okay.
Thank you very much. It's
You're welcome,
okay.
sir. Good. Okay. Let's try a third one. Great. Huh. thought it was like in the Zauberflöte, where the third element was really important, you know, from the Frankmasonry. Let's hope that the fourth will be there. I'm so sorry. Okay, see what can we do now. So the vintage is getting a bit developed. So we've got some sediments in the bottle, of course, maybe for a Blaufränkisch, a variety that has a full-bodied. So we'll try to decant it as smoothly as we can and serve it. Okay. May I taste it, sir? Seems quite good. Better in about 30 minutes after decanting.
Pardon me, we are very excited to try this Blaufränkisch wine.
Yes, sir.
Tell us a little bit about this variety and perhaps compare it to some other known grapes and wines.
Okay, so Blaufränkisch, it's a specific grape. The origin should be from Franconia if we listen to the etymology. But it's typical from the Burgenland area. We're here in Leiterberg, the western part of the Burgenland, on mainly limestone and some primary rocks as well. Limestone's coming from the calcareous mountains. And just allow me to give the cork to the gentleman. Here you are. And make you taste it. So this has no actual defined parentage, but this wine can be compared, let's say, to a complete grape with high acidity, spiciness.
It's okay.
It's okay? You can have it in all the Central European space. It's actually one of the parents of Zweigelt, made by Professor Zweigelt in 1922. And to be honest, to compare it, I will go to, let's say, countries like Italy. You can have something similar in the Alps in Italy, like the Lagrein or Torreldego, in the Torreldego Rotagliano area. I think, yeah, with deep tannins, with beautiful acidity, some spiciness. There's no actually connection to these grapes, but it can be compared if you like this kind of wines. Just if you allow me to.
Time.
Okay.
We have three different sake. The Taru sake, which is a sake elevated in oak barrels, a sake jinmai, or the sparkling wine. Which one do you prefer? Thank you. So I would like to recommend you to start with. This is a Ginjo. This is one of the famous sake, very pure, fine, and elegant to start with. Would you like to taste it? Yeah. Yes? Thank you. It's marvelous. We are going to serve you some very fine sushi and some sashimi as well with this sake. So I wish you an excellent dinner, and you've done an excellent, I think, choice to start with.
So pair number 1 and 2, they're both based on Pomazza, so it's grapes. Number 1 is Grappa Giovanni from Italy. Number 2 is a Montbazillac from France. It's a dessert wine, also made from grapes, late harvest. Pair number 2 is from grains. It's based on whiskey. Number 3 is a single malt, a blended Scotch whiskey from Scotland. And number 4 is Drambuie, which is based also on Scotch whiskey infused with honey and herbs. Number 4, yeah. Number 5. Number 5 and 6 are based on prunes, on plums. So it's a fruit spirit. Number 5 is a plum Mirabelle, made from plums, distilled from France. And number 6 is a plum wine.
Winner is Lyman Thompson. Tobia.
Well, first of all, I'd like to say that Austria has been always a special place for me since I finished my diploma here in Rust. So it's like my second home. So, and of course it made it really special that I was able to win the European title, the best sommelier, specifically in Vienna in Austria. So I'm really happy about that. But of course behind that, it's not just me, there are a lot of people standing behind me, starting from my family, my friends and my training partners, as I all mentioned, and of course my colleagues at my work. So this everything, I mean, it's a combination of people, and of course a combination of one passionate guy, a bit crazy guy as well, and then a bit of luck, a bit of passion, a bit of craziness, and here we are, we're standing here and being a best sommelier of Europe. So what can I say? I'm really happy, I'm really honored to be here and standing. So.